Syndicate Gaming.
Hello and welcome to Syndicate Gaming, where today I have a very special video. I'm filming a battle report. This is the first one for the channel, and we're doing a criminal syndicate civil war. It should be fun. We've got Kingpin and MODOK versus Shadowland Daredevil and Claw. I haven't drawn any kind of scenarios. I have two rosters built, and I'm going to go over both of them, and we're going to play out an entire game. I will be playing both sides. I'm going to try to be as objective and neutral as possible. But yeah, I don't know. I was just at work today, and I was like, I kind of want to film a battle report. So here I am, just throwing it together, testing it out. Let me know how it goes, what you think, what you want to see in the future. And we are getting really close to 500 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. It's the best way to help the channel, help me grow, get sponsorships, collaborations, all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's jump right into the list. All right, here's the first list. It's kind of my classic Kingpin roster, backup leader, some control, a little bit of damage, asset stealing, classic criminal syndicate right here. So just to run through the characters, we have Kingpin, my favorite character in the game, star of the show. MODOK, Scientist Supreme, as our backup leader. I do have some synergies with him in the list, but preferably we'd probably want to play Kingpin. And then for my other criminals, we've got Black Cat, just an all-star. We've got my man M'Baku, who I really enjoy. He always does well for me. Let's hope this game he does well for me if I take him. We've got Mysterio, who in the tier list videos and stuff like that, I've said I'm a little bit disappointed with him, but I think he's really good at just moving up and grabbing something turn one because he's pretty tanky round one. So we'll see how that goes. And we have Taskmaster rounding out our criminals because I think he works well with MODOK and Kingpin. Obviously, there's some other criminals I would have taken, but they're in the other list, and I did not want to have any overlap just in case I want, both lists to have the same character. And then for our splashes, we have Toad, because Bullseye is in the other list, and Toad works really well with Kingpin. Like, he was my go-to two threat before Bullseye became a thing. Juggernaut is our 5 threat. He's phenomenal. He's my go-to. Then we have Beta Ray Bill, another great character. Control. He's gonna control those size 4s, the Hulk, stuff like that. And then Lizard is another just all-star criminal syndicate. So I built the best list I could with the characters available to me that were painted and not in that other list. So yeah, we'll see how it runs today. Our crises are Riot Spark over Extremis 3.0. The Infinity Formula goes missing. Superpowered Scoundrels form Sinister Syndicate. So, that is a classic for Kingpin right there. These are all high point secures, good for Kingpin. Riot Spark, I'm not 100% sold on, but I do have some good mobility here with like Lizard, Black Cat, Beta Ray Bill can play that one pretty well. And then for our extracts, we have Deadly Legacy Virus cured, Mutant Extremis target U.S. Senators, and Research Station attacked. So this card is now restricted, so it's definitely risky bringing a restricted crisis. This will be my first time trying it. I just feel like it's so good for Kingpin, right? And most people aren't going to be ready for it now because it's restricted. So we'll see how that goes. It just needs some testing, but I think for now I'm still running it. All right, and then for our tactics cards, we have Brace for Impact is our one restricted card besides Researcher. The Grand Illusion for Mysterio. Shadow Organization, extra defense for surviving. Recalibration Matrix. just really good neutral card. Do you know who I am? Juggernaut. Monkey Brain is Lizard home. Control for Lizard. Warpath is now back in Standard, so that was pretty phenomenal. Really good card for criminals. And then we have Scuttlebutt on me, which is another Beta Ray Bill control type of card. Pretty cool. I've never used it before, but I was getting kind of slam on my tactics card choices, and this one was a good option. So we'll see how that runs today if we bring Bill. So let me know what you think of this Kingpin MODOK list, and we'll jump over to the Shadowland Daredevil and Claw list. All right, so here's who Kingpin and MODOK will be going up against. We have Shadowland Daredevil and Claw as our leaders, so the focus will obviously be around them. As for the rest of our criminals, we have Elektra, Hood, Bullseye, Ulik, and Rhino. So some really good staples here, like Bullseye and Rhino are obviously phenomenal. I like Ulik with Shadowland Daredevil because he's making multiple attacks a turn pretty consistently. Hood as a rapid fire. And then for Claw, we have multiple low threat characters in Bullseye and Rocket Raccoon and the Grunt. So a little bit of synergy there. But for our splash characters, you can see Rocket Raccoon and Groot. I don't know. This is a little bit of something I've wanted to try for a while that I think makes a lot of sense. Like, they're making a lot of attacks. There are multiple characters for Claw. I don't know. I think it could be good. And then we have Punisher, who is great with Shadowland Daredevil. Like, he gets the punishment tokens when the grunts die. He can move himself in rapid fire to get all those rerolls. Really good there. And yeah, that's it for our splashes, actually. Just Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and Punisher. So this is more of a damage-focused team. You know, we have a little bit of control. Like, Rhino has this as a robbery, obviously. Ulik has some control. Claw does a little control, but this is mostly about just killing you, right? So our crises are going to mostly reflect that. So for our secures, we have Gamma Wave sweeps across Midwest. The intrusions open across city as seals collapse, and Sword establishes base on Moon's blue area. Gamma is really good for Claw and just dealing damage. The same with intrusions. Like, Claw is just phenomenal on both of these, so that's the focus there. You're not necessarily Claw leadership, but Claw under Shadowland Daredevil. And then Sword base is just really good with Shadowland. Like, we have some really mobile characters with Rhino and Ulik. Can get around there, flip some points. So, and I wanted to pay to flip to at least, you know, make the Kingpin list, not just, you know, play Kingpin necessarily. So there we go. And then for our extracts, we have Mutant Extremists target U.S. senators. Struggle for the cube continues, and Fear grips world as worthy terrorized cities. So hammers, cubes. I did cubes, so there's a lot of like tokens on the board to trigger Shadowland Daredevil, a little extra damage out there, and we have some power hungry characters with Rhino and Ulik, right? So I think it'll be really good there. And the ninjas can vanish it. So yeah. Then our tactics cards, Deadly Duo for Rocket and Groot. Like, that's the whole point of bringing them with Shadowland Daredevil, making a lot of attacks. Sacrifice is a restricted card. Brace for Impact is restricted. This is a robbery. I know it's been nerfed, but it's still really good with Rhino. Like, play it. Hood's Gang. This is one I'm not in love with, but I wanted to try it, and I was kind of out of slots, so just more rerolls on top of rerolls, right? Claw's Area 5 card. Really fun. Really good, actually. This is surprisingly good if you haven't seen it in action. Cruelty is phenomenal. I mean, this just guarantees you the kill, right? Well, not guarantees, but gives you another chance at it. And then we have All According to Plan and Cruel Tutelage. So I think both of these were actually in the other roster as well. So my bad there, but sharing some criminal stuff. All right, let's look at the table. All right, so here's the board we're going to be playing on today. As you can see, it's not your traditional Marvel Crisis Protocol. terrain. This is actually Warcry terrain from the Games Workshop game. I find it works really well with MCP. So there's a few little, home rules I do with this. Nothing crazy, but like these stairs, I play so you can just climb up the stairs. Like you don't have to climb up this little temple thing. Otherwise, it just bogs the game down. As far as sizes, the griffins on either side will be size 3. This thing will be size 4 because it's pretty tall. It includes the ladder. This object will be size 4. Both of the bridges will be size 3. The flame pillars in the middle will be size 1. And these pillars on the side are going to be size 2. As you can see, those remove. And that will be a size 4 in the corner as well. Then the actual bases will be size 5. You can't throw them or anything, but yeah, you can just pass through them normally. All right, well, let's get into the priority roll. All right, so for today's game, Kingpin and MODOK will be classic MCP dice, and Shadowland, Daredevil, and Claw will be these Baron of Dice Criminal Syndicate dice that I got at LVO. So, pretty cool. But just to, I'm going to be rolling everything in one tray here, so I want to make it clear. All right, so Kingpin and MODOK get 2 successes, a crit and a wild. And then, Claw and Shadowland Daredevil only get 1 wild. So the priority goes to Kingpin and MODOK. I keep saying Kingpin just because that's my, classic. He's the primary game plan. So if we look at his secures, Scoundrels, Infinity, Riots, Extracts, Research Station. See, now it's like with the Researcher being restricted, it's like, do I take Extracts to try and maximize that? But I don't think so. So I think Kingpin's going to take his secures. All right, these are Kingpin and MODOK secures and Shadowland, Daredevil, and Claw's Extracts. They are randomized. You're just going to have to trust me. I'm not trying to rig anything here. All right, so let's see which secure we're going to do. Let's do this one on the right. Riot Spark over Extremis. Okay, that'll be a good test. That's the one I mentioned might not be the best, so we'll see how that goes. And then Extracts, let's go this one. Mutant Extremis target U.S. senators. All right, so we have a spread secure and a bunch of Extracts in the middle. So I do not know how this is going to go. All right, well, let's jump into the squad building. All right, so we're in squad building with the Kingpin MODOK list. I've chosen 17 for the Shadowland, Daredevil, and Claw list. So we're going to play 17, Riot Spark, and Senators. So let's think about this. We need to decide on our leader, first of all. So we have Kingpin or MODOK. And at first I was thinking MODOK does not do well on this spread crisis, right? Like, he can't really rotate around these points, blah, blah, blah. But on Senators, there's so many points on the board that MODOK's leadership should be triggering pretty often. Like, most of our characters should be holding or on a token, right? So, and then even then, he is actually faster than Kingpin because he's on a larger base and has a longer range. But Kingpin will let us count double on those secures. But, I'm kind of thinking, like, the focus needs to be on the Extracts because there's more of them. So I'm kind of thinking we go MODOK here. I'm like surprising myself. So I think we go MODOK. So I'm going to set him aside. So he's 4 threat. So we have 13 more threat to play with. So my biggest concern is mobility. So I think we need to take Black Cat because she has a long move. Also for MODOK, the other team is probably going to try and kill us, right? So MODOK helps us survive a little bit better. Like MODOK's extra defense dice with the heal from Riot Spark maybe we'll survive a little bit more than we should. Whereas Kingpin, he himself can survive, but his team might not. So, all right, here we go. So we're at 7 threat with MODOK and Black Cat. I like Lizard. He makes his 10th threat because he's very mobile, right? Like he can get between these points if he wants to. So that's 10 threat. All right, who's left? Yeah, we can't take Mysterio on this. It's just too spread. We can't have too many slow characters. I think Bill would be good. He's fast, right? So that puts us at 14. It's 3, 6, 10, 14. Yep. So we have 3 threat left. And we have 2 splash characters. So we need another criminal. And that basically gives us Taskmaster. Right? So like he's that final 3 threat criminal we need. So MODOK, Black Cat, Taskmaster, Lizard, Bill. I like it. Could be pretty good. Decently tanky. Like Black Cat's pretty tanky. Taskmaster's tanky. Lizard, Bill. I think the weakest link is MODOK, right? But, he could randomly pop off. So, all right. I like it. So based on those characters, what cards do we take? So, are we going to need to steal priority? I mean, the other team's probably going fairly wide. Like, they had multiple 2 threats. They're going to try and kill us. I don't think we're guaranteed to play that, right? We do have Bill, so we could bring Scuttlebutt. Warpath is pretty good. We have Lizard. We do not have Juggernaut. Juggernaut would be good too on this Crisis combination, but I think he's just too much threat. Like there's a lot of points. We need to, have them all. Recal would be pretty good. Shadow Org. 3 criminals. Maybe not. Can't play Grand Illusion. We definitely want Brace. And then Cruelty. So if we play Brace... Scuttlebutt... Monkey Brain... Warpath seems decent. Especially if they're killing us. Help MODOK move. Let's go Recal. Let's go Brace, Scuttlebutt, Monkey Brain, Warpath, Recal. So there's our list. Now let's jump over to Shadowland, Daredevil, and Claw. All right, now we're in the Shadowland, Daredevil, and Claw list building. I'm going to try and block out what I just did on the other team from my brain. Right off the bat, we need to pick a leader. I think it has to be Shadowland, Daredevil. Like, Claw is really good on narrow crises, and this is just not it, right? Like, I don't think we can play Claw. So then we default to Shadowland, Daredevil. So let's put him over here with his ninjas. Now, so that's 4 threat. We're playing 17. I do kind of like Rocket and Groot here because Rocket has that range 5. He can be on a point affecting another point. That seems pretty good. Bullseye's good. Rocket Groot would be 5. Rhino's good at getting between the points. So is Ulik. Like if we did something like Daredevil, Ulik, Rhino. What's that? 4, 8, 13. Oh, Rocket Groot is 1 too many threat. We could downgrade Rhino to Hood or Ulik to Elektra. Well, if we don't go Rocket Groot, 4, 8, 13, we need a 4 or just Bullseye Rocket. I don't like going 4 wide here because there's so many points. That doesn't seem worth it. If we cut Ulik for Rocket and Groot, we're still at 13. We could just play Elektra. could do that. It's 4, 8, 12, 15, 17. Seems decent. Or we can remove Electra, remove Rhino, put Ulik back in. So that's 5, 10, 14. Then we need a criminal 3, so Hood. Maybe I like this the most, actually. Because we're 5 wide, decent damage. Ulik is really mobile. Is Rocketing Groot worth it? Like, if they play Deadly Duo, are they very likely to attack multiple people? Maybe not. Maybe that's not worth it. So we could cut Rocket and Groot. That's 5 threat, so we could do like Punisher Bullseye. Does this look better? Still 5 wide. Lot of rapid fire. Bullseye's hit and run. Hood charges. Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe this is it. 4, 7, 9. 14, 17. Okay. Yeah, maybe this might be it right here. Yeah, I like this actually. Okay. Well, that's not where I saw this going, but a little bit of thought helped me out there. All right, so Daredevil, Bullseye, Ulik, Hood, Punisher. So what cards do we want? What can we even play? We can't play Claw's card. We could play Hood's card. Can't play Rhino. We probably want Brace. Probably want Sacrifice. No Deadly Duo. Then we have some criminal cards. So we have 6 right here. So we're the aggressor, so I think taking priority is good. Like if we're dazing people and lose priority, we can just steal it right back. I think we want our 2 restricted cards. Oh, I think we also have Recal, which is in the other list. Now 2 slots. Cruel Tutelage, bunch of dice. Cruelty, Recal. Hood's Gang might actually be good because there's so many points. Problem with Hood's Gang is that he has to activate early, but I think we can manage that with what we have. Let's try Hood's Gang. And then I think Cruelty is just better than Cruel Tutelage. So let's go Cruelty. All right, well, here we go. Shadowland, Daredevil, Punisher, Bullseye, Ulik, Hood. All according to plan. Brace for Impact, Sacrifice, Hood's Gang, Cruelty. All right, there we have it. I'll get everything set up and we'll be right back. Okay, here's the board set up. And as I mentioned, this is going to be an interesting one because there's 6 extracts in the middle and then all the secures are on the outside. So it's going to be a game of who can get... Oh, whoops, this is supposed to be here. My fault. Yeah, I think round 1 is going to be scramble for the middle, and then everything on from then is trying to get to these secures, because nobody can do both round 1, right? So it'll be interesting. All right, so let's start deploying. Here's range 3 of the board. I think I'm going to put MODOK right here. Not an ideal spot because he's not all the way up. Maybe I want him over here actually, so he can move over. Basically, I want him to get that one and then come back to the home eventually. So that's where he'll start out. All right, for Shadowland Daredevil, I'm going to start really easy with just Hood. He's going to deploy right here. He can go to either of these round 1, just depending on what's going on. So really safe there. All right, next up I'm going to do Taskmaster. He's going to hang out with his best buddy MODOK, be able to pick up either of those or grab a secure. All right, now I'm going to do Punisher. He's going to do a similar thing to Hood, just set up for any of those three right there. All right, now I'm going to do Black Cat. Here on my right flank, grab any of those, get an extract, hopefully move to the secure the following turn. All right, Bullseye. Another safe place for him, able to grab both of those. All right, next up for MODOK, we got Lizard. I'm waiting to put down Bill until I see Ulik. That's what I'm hoping, but it might not happen because we've got priority, right? Like they're probably gonna do Shadowland Daredevil now, but there's Lizard. All right, now we have the Grunts and Daredevil. So the Grunts need to go down first. So they're gonna go right here, tuck in that corner right there. Grab some extracts, and then Daredevil's gonna come over on this side because he does pretty well into MODOK, Taskmaster, and Lizard. So he's gonna go right there. Yeah, we are holding Ulik to the end so we don't get wrecked by Bill. All right, here's Bill. He's gonna support Black Cat on this flank because, you know, the other player, Ulik's probably gonna go on that other flank to support it. But here's MODOK's deployment. Yep, Ulik has decided he's not afraid of Bill. He can take him on. So here's Daredevil's deployment. Daredevil and Punisher hanging out. Ulik, Hood, Bullseye. So, all right. MODOK's got priorities, so let's get into this. All right, so everybody is powered up. We're starting round one. I'm going to go with Taskmaster first. So here he is. He's essentially just going to double move to that Senator. So as I mentioned earlier, you can just move up the stairs freely. And he's going to stand somewhat on this side to try and get to that secure next turn, hopefully. But still be pretty safe. So he's going to spend his power to pick this up. There he is. All right, over on this side, Hood is going to do something very similar. He is going to double move to this Senator. Pick that up. He's pretty confident he can survive against Bill and Black Cat. So he's going to grab this, call it a day. Okay, MODOK is the least flexible of all these characters remaining, so I'm going to do him next. He's going to double move to this Senator and pick it up. So just right here, double move. Oh, does he get both? That would be interesting. Looks like he's on that. Does he make this? Oh, wow. I think he does. Huh, okay. That might be a big deal for MODOK's team. I didn't see that coming, but hopefully I measured it all correctly, but that's how I'm going to play it. So there's MODOK. Look at that. MODOK, Taskmaster right in the middle. Pretty cool sight. So MODOK's kind of exposed himself. We don't have anything too threatening for him right now, so pretty good play for him. We need somebody decently reliable to stand up to MODOK. But the thing is, what's Bullseye doing if like Daredevil grabs this one, right? So, I guess the Grunts could get that one because they're pretty safe now. Like maybe Bill could shoot them or Lizard. Yeah, let's go with Daredevil. So the Grunts are going to double move to this Senator. They're going to stand as far back as they can. I don't think they make this with one move. No, I don't think so. So they're going to double move. Whoop. So you do need to be fully on the terrain. That's how I play this. So they're going to grab that Senator for free. Just putting it on their card. And then Daredevil is going to go get that one. So we have a leader mirror here in the middle. So there he goes. Snagging that. So 2 senators. And it shuts down the possibility of like Lizard, Black Cat, or Bill taking one of theirs. So pretty good play for Daredevil. So Ulik could come get this, so we need to pick it up before he does. And I think the best person to do that is Black Cat. So she's going to end up on this right side here, so she can single move to that side, secure next turn. So she's going to end up right back here, which if we measure the long, oh yeah, she'll make that next turn. So she'll come here and pick this up. And that's it for her turn. All right, well, we have 3 activations left, and all the senators are picked up. So we need to go hold some secures. Ulik is definitely the safest, but there's no rush, right? Like, he can take his time. Punisher is probably just going to move to this one, maybe have a duel with Lizard. So I think the best play, honestly, is just have Bullseye hang out back here. Because he needs to score his points, right? Like, that's his thing. Honestly, he should probably be entirely in cover. Just so he doesn't get randomly blasted by, like, MODOK or something if he decides to get aggressive. So, yeah. All right, we're back to this side. Lizard is just going to double move to this point. I think he's okay 1v1ing Punisher and a Grunt in the following turns. So, he's just going to move on up, double move to this secure. So there we go, plenty of movement. That's it for Lizard. And now it's a very similar story for Punisher. He's gonna double move to this point. Let me just make sure he could do it. Oh yeah, I think he's got it. So he can move here and then move again. Oh yeah, he's got plenty. Okay. Just making sure there's no shenanigans. So I think both sides are okay with this. Like, Punisher could take down Lizard. You know, Lizard could tank Punisher, but pretty good trade for both sides. Now we just have Bill and Ulik, who are gonna do a similar thing, I think. Like, I think both sides are okay with it again. Like, Bill's whole thing is dealing with big characters. Ulik is not the ideal target, right? But hey, it's something. So Bill's going to double move to this point, and I think he's going to go up here. Although he doesn't want to end within 3 of Hood. Yeah, no, that would actually be really bad. Definitely don't want that. So I guess Bill's going to stand down here. Still contest this point. Oh, yeah. And he's out of range of Hood. Well, he can't be seen at least, so. There's Bill. Ulik's probably going to do something similar. All right. Ulik. And you guessed it. He's running up there. But I think he's more comfortable being up top, right? Like, Black Cat's not going to mess with him, right? Like, no matter where he is, Bill can get to him, so he's just going to take it. So he's going to go right here. The bridge is a size 3. There's stairs on that side little building here. So he's just going to move up. He's just going to move right on up there, stand on that secure. And that'll be the round. So here we go. Here's a look at the board. Lizard versus Punisher. Taskmaster and MODOK both have senators. MODOK's on this home point. That worked out really well for him. Black Cat has a senator. Bill and Ulik are dueling on this point. Hood has a senator. Daredevil has a senator. Bullseye's holding down the fort. So, looks like the score going into round 2 is dead even. So, tied on these two, so no points there. 1 point for the secure. 1 point for the secure. Both sides have 3 senators, so it looks like it's going to be 4-4. So 4 for MODOK, 4 for Daredevil, and we're moving on to round 2 where there's going to be some action. All right, we're starting round 2. MODOK has priority. My cat has joined us. This is Kit. Say hi, Kit. Hey, Kit. All right, so I've been thinking about what the best play is here, and Bill has 4 power. Most everyone else has 1 power. There's 2 on Lizard. Like, this doesn't seem like a big deal. Lizard versus Punisher. MODOK doesn't have great targets. Taskmaster's not doing much. So I think the best thing to do is Bill versus Ulik. So I think Bill's going to throw a couple attacks into Ulik, see how much damage he can do, and potentially throw him. Dump a size 4 on him. So, yeah. Because I said this is a size 4, this whole thing, and the bridge is a size 2. So, yeah. So let's activate Bill. He's going to do his Stormbreaker attack into Ulik. So he's going to be rolling 5 dice. Wild stun. Let's see. Ooh, pretty good roll. So we're rolling a crit. All right, we don't get the MODOK leadership, which is unfortunate. Now we're gonna get Ulik's dice. He has 4 defense. Let's see. He got a critical, so he's rolling in. All right, so it looks like it's 4-2 right now. Ulik has damage reduction, so 4-2 is 2, reduced by 1. So it looks like Ulik's taking 1 damage. So 1 damage to Ulik, 1 power to Bill and Ulik. So not ideal. So let's think about it and come back. All right, I've been thinking about it. Bill could do his Spender God Hunter, roll a bunch of dice, but then he doesn't have enough power to use his throw. So I think doing another builder is the right call here. Stunning Ulik would be pretty good. So yeah, I think we're just gonna do that. So Bill's rolling 5 again. MODOK leadership is still active. He gets a wild. All right, he got the wild. Looks like he got a critical. Ooh, okay, a couple wilds. So let's get these out of here. Okay, pretty good roll. Now Ulik has his 4 defense. Ooh, pretty rough roll for Ulik. So MODOK leadership triggers. So Bill gets another hit. So he has 5 versus Ulik's 1. Reduced by 1. So he's going to take 3 and a stun. Much better result. So Ulik took some damage and a stun, so he has 3 health left. Bill has a bunch of power, and I just remembered we brought Scuttlebutt on me. So do you know what? We're going to do it. Bill's going to play Scuttlebutt on me. So he can spend any amount of power, and he makes the attack performs the attack above. So he could put 8 power into this to roll 10 dice. Which, honestly, I think it's worth it. Because he's stunned. It would throw him. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. He's spending 8. 8 power. Let's go. All right. 10 dice attack with Scuttlebutt. This is not where I saw this going. But, hey. All right. So how many is that? 6, 10. And it's Ulik's worst defense. We already used MODOK leadership, so we can't use that again. All right, how we do? Not super great, looks like. Get a couple out of here. All right, looks like we got 1 crit. All right, so we only have 4 out of 10, which is not great. Not great. All right, Ulik has 3 defense because he's weak to energy. He's blocking 2, so he reduces again. Oh, he's only taken one. He's only taken one. Oh no. Well, Scuttlebutt says if it deals damage, you throw them. So you can throw them short. Let's see. Where do we want to throw them? We can throw them into that pillar. We can try and throw them into Hood. Just throw them away. We probably just throw them away, honestly. So we're gonna throw him back here. So he's gonna end up somewhere back like that. A little bit disappointing, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. You roll 10 dice, only get 4 successes. Okay, we're over to Shadowland Daredevil's team's turn. Ulik is alive with 2 health. He has a ton of power. He's not immediately threatened. So Black Cat could move and attack him, but the odds of her dealing 2 damage is pretty low. And, you know, we can do Punisher and the Lizard. That seems okay. I don't know. So Hood is in range 3 of Black Cat. And if you have a rapid fire character within range 3, I think you just take it. So first of all, we're going to start with Hood's gang. So it doesn't do anything against Black Cat, but this whole round, we can re-roll a die when we're attacking somebody, contesting or holding an objective token. So that's going to stack with our leadership, 2 rolls on every attack. Little unfortunate he's hitting Black Cat, but hey, what are you going to do? Let's see if he's in range of Bill, actually. I don't think so. I think it's a little weird with line of sight and stuff. So we're going to go into Black Cat. All right, we're rolling 4 dice so we don't get criticals or rerolls or anything. So let's go. Okay, 2. Black Cat rolls 3. Oh, man. Okay. She blocks 2, so she's fine. We get a power to Hood, and we redo that. So 4 for Hood. All right, 2 again. 3 for Black Cat. Oh, see, now she got nothing. So 2 damage to Black Cat. That's pretty solid. And another power to Hood. And now that that's happened, I think we do another attack. Because one thing I love against Black Cat is Cruelty. So we have Cruelty as backup as well. So let's do it. All right, 2 again. 3 for Black Cat. Okay, critical. She's blocking 1, so she'll take 1 damage. So she's taking 3 damage now. So I think now is when we would play Cruelty. You play it after the attack is resolved, but you also do the rapid fire after the attack is resolved. So we're going to go ahead and play the card now. It might get wasted, but we're going to just do it for insurance, right? So let's go ahead and do the rapid fire attack first. So 4 dice. Okay, 3. Uh-oh, maybe we wasted Cruelty. Maybe we wasted Cruelty. Blocking 1. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, it's kind of an uh-oh because we wasted Cruelty, but this will be exactly enough to finish off Black Cat, right? Because she's blocking 1, taking 2. That's all she has left. I guess she could Recalibration Matrix. She has that up and enough power. No, actually, that's really bad because he can't reroll his dice, but she could reroll hers. So she'd have to roll 4 dice into 2 blocks and spend a card. Yeah, that's probably not worth it. So, all right, well, Hood took down Black Cat. It sort of took Cruelty. I'm almost tempted to, like, not even expend it. Like, maybe that was dumb, but it was kind of an insurance policy, but hey, I guess we're going to do it right. So Black Cat's going to drop that Senator. So I'll show you that here in a second. All right, Hood took down Black Cat. She's going to drop her Senator right there. And now Hood is going to use Black Art to heal Ulik for 3. It gives him bleed, but I think it's totally worth it. So we're going to remove 3 power from Hood to remove 3 damage from Ulik. So yeah, that was a great Hood turn. You know, he's just standing there scoring a point, but he took down Black Cat. He set up Hood's gang for the rest of the team. Really, really good. Only unfortunate part, we wasted Cruelty. But hey, what are you going to do? I think I'll take that. So yeah, that'll be Hood's turn. Moving on to MODOK's turn. Well, that whole thing was pretty devastating. One way to take down Black Cat is just put a bunch of attacks into her and not roll any crits, so it doesn't matter. So, good job, Hood, I guess. So now MODOK's team's turn. So now they're kind of in a pickle, right? Because this whole flank has fallen, right? So, like, Ulik is healed. Hood is gone. MODOK's just chilling. Like, I don't know. It's not looking super great. Like, MODOK can shoot that grunt, but that's, like, not great. I think the best thing to do is try and take down Punisher. Because Punisher is pretty squishy, right? There's terrain around that Lizard can throw into him. But I guess Brace is up. But, yeah, let's see what Lizard can do. Maybe he can control him a little bit. So Lizard is going to attack Punisher. So we have 4 dice for Lizard. 1 wild, which if you're playing MODOK, that's what you want, right? 3 dice for Punisher. Jeez Louise. Alright, well, even if we convert with the wild, he's blocking it. So all it's going to do is push Punisher. So we will push him away. Let's get our range 3. Make sure we stay in range, right? So if we push short, it will put him out. So maybe we can push him into this wall here. Boop. Push him right there. And then we're going to do another attack into him. So no damage, but get that attack, right? So let's get this out of here. Lizard will roll 2 with the wild. So it's more like 3 because of MODOK. 1 for Punisher. So Lizard will convert this to a hit. So now he's dealing 2 damage, which is a little bit better. And he got the push again, which is really nice. So I think he pushes Punisher all the way out. Whoop. Build some power and call it a turn, I guess. All right, I've thought a decent amount of time on this play because it's tempting to move Punisher back in and start punishing Lizard. But I think it's actually correct to go with Shadowland Daredevil and the ninjas because Ulik is in no danger at all. Like, maybe MODOK could get a shot on him, but, like, that's not going to happen, right? Like, Bullseye is safe, so I think the only thing in danger are the grunts, so we might as well move him, right? So I think since these guys are worth a point, they're just going to run. They're just going to hightail it out of there. So they're going to come back to, like, this newspaper right here. And now we have Matt Murdock, who can move once because he has a senator. So I think he's going to support Punisher because this side is doing pretty well, right? So, like, he has stealth against MODOK, so yeah, I think he's going to move this away. So he'll go here. And then he has a range 4 attack that can move him, right? So I think we're going to throw that into Lizard, try to get some extra movement. So yeah, we're going to do that. Let's see. So it's this attack right here, the Baton Snare. One so far. Lizard rolls his defense. Oh, Lizard blanked. Jeez. All right, so Daredevil effectively has 2 rerolls, one for his leadership, one for Hood's gang. So you can reroll both of these. Oh, and they both convert. Holy cow. All right, so Lizard takes 2 damage because he has damage reduction. And Daredevil gets to move himself short. So let's go ahead and do that. Does that put him on the point? Let's see. He has Wall Crawler. It's not perfectly measured, but I think he can get there. All right. Wow. Well, that went better than I thought it would. All right, I'm not going to lie. This is not going well for MODOK's squad so far. Lizard's taking some early damage, early days on Black Cat. Bill failed to daze Ulick, so we're on the back foot here. And I think MODOK needs to get involved. So he's going to move up. Whoop. And he's going to dump a shot into Hood. He needs to deal some damage here. So his Doomsday Chair arsenal, physical or energy, it doesn't matter. Hood has the same defense, so it's going to be 5 dice. Hood can spend power to count blanks, so he's going to do that as well. So he has his invisibility cloak to count blanks. Help him out a little bit. But, I mean, MODOK needs a one-shot, you know? Let's see how it goes. Well, if you're going to one-shot somebody, that's the way to do it. 2 crits. Wow, okay. So with his wild, he's going to be getting 6. Wow, that might be exactly what he needed. Hood has 5 health, 2 dice counting blanks. Oh, he gets a crit and a blank. All right, well, he's blocking 2. MODOK converts this to a hit. So we have 6 against 2. Hood lives on 1. Is there anything we can do about this? I mean, we have recal. No, actually we don't. He doesn't have enough power. So, all right, Hood lives on 1 health. Well, he can throw short. Is he in range? Nope. Wow, that was so close. MODOK almost did it. Hood is going to transform off of this. So let me resolve all this damage and power in the transform, and I'll be right back. All right, so after that really close attack from MODOK, which I double-checked it, he couldn't have spent rerolls or anything because of that skull. Hood only surviving because of the cloak, counting blanks. So Hood is transformed to the other side of this temple, and MODOK's just chilling. So now it's Shadowland Daredevil's turn. Things are going really well for them. Like, I think Punisher gets to go up and try and take down Lizard. So what he's going to do is he's going to spend 2 power for Spec Ops training to move himself short. So he's going to move himself up to here. And then he's in range of rapid fire onto Lizard. Range 3. Yep. All right, let's do it. He has 2 rerolls because of Hood's gang and the leadership. So let's see how this goes. All right. This is an automatic rapid fire, which is pretty wild. Oh my goodness. All right. 2 crits right off the rip. Okay, Lizard has 4 defense. Oh, he blanks again. Wow, so Punisher gets a reroll. Wow. 5. Lizard reduces by 1. Takes 4 and dies? I mean, he could recalibration Matrix, but he has 3 more attacks coming at him. What is happening? I guess Punisher just one-shots Lizard. Gets a power. Yeah. I need to think about his second action now. Alright, well after that nonsense of one-shotting Lizard with a single hip fire, Punisher has a second action, so he's gonna do his aimed shot up into Taskmaster. So range 5, 7 dice. He has exactly 3 power to do this. So he's gonna spend all 3. And he has 2 rerolls because of Hood's gang and the leadership. So Taskmaster doesn't get his martial artist or anything. I guess he should have cover because he's up on this building and more than 2 away from Punisher. So he should have cover. But let's see how this goes. Not super great for Punisher. 3 hits. He has a couple of rerolls coming in. Let's see what Taskmaster can do. Jeez. He blanks again. So Punisher rerolls 2 into a wild. So now Taskmaster modifies his cover to a block. But then this attack has pierce, so he changes it right back to a blank. So that's going to be 4 damage onto Taskmaster, and it gives him stun and slow. I mean, is there anything he can do to deal some more? I don't think so. So Taskmaster is going to be left on 2 health. Wow, this is so much damage. This slow is actually massive on Taskmaster because he can't single move back to this point, which was the whole play here. Like MODOK could move up because Taskmaster could go back. Oh man, that's not good. So it's just Taskmaster left on this team, and Daredevil still has Bullseye and Ulik, so Taskmaster is gonna pass for now. Which comes to Bullseye, who I guess we should measure this, but I mean he can't stand there. I guess Bullseye could hit and run. So yeah, I guess he'll do that. So he will move up to here. Throw a knife with hit and run. Come back to this point. So let's just do that really quick. 4 dice for Bullseye. Oh, he spent both of his power. Okay. He still has 2 rerolls because of Hood's gang and leadership. Oh my god, another blank. Really bad defense dice for MODOK. Alright, so 2 damage onto MODOK, basically for free, so not bad for little old Bullseye here. Alright, Taskmaster has to activate. So I've thought about it. He can shake the slow and come back here. So that is an option. He can also shield throw into Daredevil, which would bounce into Punisher. And he can do that twice, which that seems decent, but I think he's got to hold down the point, you know? Like, he's not really doing anything standing here. And he's not going to, like, take the point back unless he dazes Daredevil, which seems very unlikely. So he's going to shake this slow and move on back to the point. So he's going to come stand right on it. Yeah, lackluster turn for Taskmaster because of that Punisher shot. So, yeah. Oh, he's going to interact with it to heal himself, though. So he can spend a power to interact with the Extremis to heal himself. So that's something. All right, we're down to Ulik. He's staring down at Bill. So what he's going to do is he's going to spend 3 power for Crushing Leap. So he advances short, places range 2, yada, yada, yada. He's going to stand right here is what's going to happen. So he's on both of those. And then he gets to punch Bill. So Bill's gonna have 4 defense. Ulick rolls 6 dice. He has 2 rerolls. Jeez. I've never used Hood's Gang before. Maybe I should be using it more often. Okay, a crit. All right. There we go. And then Bill rolls his defense. 1 crit. Not good defense rolls today. All right, Ulick can reroll 2. All right, so looks like, oh, that was a skull. So 3 to 1, so Bill will take 2 damage and get pushed if I so choose. So I don't think he's gonna push him yet. Well, maybe he should. He can always crushing leap after him, right? So Ulick only gets 1 power because he's stunned. Actually, he probably should push him, but then Bill's just gonna move back with honor bound, right? So yeah, that's ultimately what's gonna happen here. So now Ulick's gonna pick this up for a power. And, well, he can do Shatter Mountains, Shatter Bones, or he can punch Bill again. So Bill's down to 4 health. He has power to reduce now. If he gives him the activated token, it doesn't matter because he's already activated, right? You know what? He's going to do it. We're going to throw haymakers at each other. So 5 power for 9 dice. Spender attack into Bill. All right. 2 rerolls still. Oh, wow. 1. Okay. Bill blocks it. Okay, well, 9 dice. I guess it had to cool off at some point. Or I guess Ulick can reroll too. But then Bill still blocks it, especially with MODOK leadership. So all this does is give him the stagger, which is really nice. Like, that is relevant. So, decent turn for Ulick. All right, so that's going to be the round. Days on Lizard, Days on Black Cat, bunch of damage to Taskmaster, couple damage to MODOK, couple damage to Bill. Oh, Ulick did take 1 from his bleed, so now he's up to 3. Hood took some damage. All right, so what is the score? So for Daredevil, 1 riot. We're tied on this riot. We're holding this riot. Okay, so 2 on the riots, and then Senators, we have 4, because 1 on Ulick, 1 on Hood, 1 on the Ninjas, and 1 on Daredevil. So that's gonna be 6 points for Shadowland Daredevil. So he goes up to 10. Wow. And then for MODOK, tied, holding that one, nothing over there, and they have 2 Senators, so only 7. So 7 to 10 in favor of Daredevil. All right, well, I'm going to get everything removed and set up for round 3. All right, we're back at the top of round 3. MODOK has priority. I thought really hard about Daredevil stealing priority, right? But it would take basically the entire team's power, and I didn't love anyone's play except for Hood. And Hood charging in and attacking. Like, you want to get a reroll on Black Cat. MODOK would push the attack into Black Cat. So, I don't know. I guess you could argue, like, you could steal priority and have Punisher go into Lizard. Like, that might be good. But I think keeping the power for now is okay. So, yeah. So, we're going to go with MODOK here. So he's going to start by trying to deal this last point of damage to Hood. He needs 1 damage on this guy. So, all right. 5 dice for MODOK. 2 for Hood. So let's see how this goes. Okay, it's a good roll. It's 4 with the leadership. Yeah, even with cover, he's got it. So, all right, he gets Hood. So Hood dazes with 1 damage. He's going to drop that Senator up here somewhere. And then MODOK has a second action. And he's going to... He's within range 3 of Ulik. So he could do his Spender, Psionic Assault. Oh, he gained a power for that attack. 7 dice, Mystic, Advance, Ulik. He'd have rerolls and then a throw. That might be decent. Yeah, let's do it. We're going big. All right, 4 power to roll 7 dice into Ulik. So Ulik is going to have 4 defense. 4, 5, 6, 7. MODOK has rerolls from Black Cat. He can spend Black Cat's power for rerolls. Oh man, these spender attacks are not working out, are they? Okay, rolling a crit. All right. He's gonna spend, or I guess Ulik needs to roll. Let's see what Ulik rolls. Wow, Ulik gets nothing. So when your opponent blanks, that's the time to force through rerolls. So he's going to spend 3 power off of Black Cat to reroll 3 of these. So he's going to reroll all 3 of these. Because he did get the leadership. So, all right, we convert 1 more. Leadership 1 up. So what is that? 5 reduced by 1. Oh, he takes 4 and goes down. Look at that. So when does he move? Before damage, advance the character. Wow, so he even advances him away. All right, MODOK carrying the team on his back. So he's going to move Ulik back here. Daze him. He only gets 1 power because he's stunned. Yeah. That's exactly what MODOK needed to do to stay in this game. Daze 2 people with priority. So, hey, I mean, maybe I should have stolen priority, but I guess that couldn't have been stopped, right? So, all right. All right, MODOK keeping him in the game. Punisher is going to try and KO Lizard. So we're starting with a rapid fire. 1 reroll because Hood's gang is down. Okay, not super great. Lizard's rolling 4. Blocking 1, 2 if he wants it because of MODOK. Okay, only 1. So Lizard is fine. Punisher gets a power. But he has auto rapid fire, so we do this again. Okay, there we go. 2 crits. All right, Lizard. Oh no, Lizard blanks. No. Okay, 1 reroll. Ooh, wow. So 4. Lizard reduces by 1. Lizard could play a recal. Oh man. Because if Lizard takes 3 damage right here, then Punisher can just explode this pillar next to him. No, wait, that actually wouldn't take him down because he reduces by 1. So he would survive. Oh, man. Does he recal? You know what? I think he does. I think he will. He's going to spend 3 for recal. Maybe this is dumb, but let's see. So, reroll all this. All right, 2. And now Lizard rerolls these 3. Oh, nothing. Well, he only takes 1, though. So, pretty big difference. That was probably worth it. So, 1 damage, 1 power. 1 power into Punisher. Alright, well, Punisher needs to deal 4 damage. Does he go for the Spender or the Rapid Fire? If he Spenders, he can't Spec Ops training. He gets more rerolls, but a pure stun and slow on Lizard is decent. He probably does the Spender. Let's do it. Aimed shot into Lizard. So he's gonna be rolling 7, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Not great. He got the Pierce. I think these were something else. Oh. Lizard. Oh, man. Blocking like a maniac. He could reroll 1. Okay, so Lizard gets effectively 5. Pierces 1. So, yeah, he's fine. Wow. It doesn't even stun and slow him. All right. Lizard doing lizard things. Punisher failed to take him out. All right. Lizard held on. So, now he's going to activate into Shadowland Daredevil. See what he can do. So, he's going to start with his Spender, Cold-Blooded. 7 dice physical. 3, 6, 7. 1 critical. Okay, not great. Daredevil has 4. Counting blanks. He blocks 4. Nice. Does this have to deal damage to bleed and slow? Yes, it does. Well, I was hoping to get the slow off, but Daredevil did Daredevil things, right? Okay. Now what does he do, right? I guess he goes for the tail push. And then the throw. So he's going to go for the wild here. Okay, you got the wild. All right, Daredevil. Daredevil blocks 2. Lizard can actually convert 1 because of leadership. So he's dealing 1 to Daredevil and pushing him. All right, not bad. So he's going to push him away. He doesn't have... He can probably go something like that, but then he'll run into Punisher. Probably something like this is okay. Ooh. So there he is. So 1 damage. His throw. Ooh, I might have messed up his throw. Oh, I did. Shoot. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed him. Well, it's too late now. I've already done it. But hey, he got him off the point at least, so Daredevil has to move back in to contest, so. All right, then Lizard, healing factor 1, back to full. So that's it for Lizard. So I thought about passing with Daredevil and the Grunts, but then I remembered Bullseye is here, so we can't pass, because the Grunts count towards the character limit, right? So I think what that means is Bullseye is going to do the same thing he did last turn. Move out, hit and run MODOK and move back. So let's see how that goes. MODOK could pass this to Black Cat, but I don't think he's going to because he has a bunch of health left. All right, so 4 for Bullseye. Okay. He does get a reroll. MODOK. Okay. Reroll 1. All right, so it looks like he's dealing 1 damage. So 1 damage and a bleed to MODOK. All right, we're back to MODOK's team. Just Daredevil left. So nothing's really threatened, right? I've been thinking about, do we want Bill or Black Cat to pick up this senator? And it's probably Bill. Like, he has more control, is tankier, and that just leaves Black Cat to like double move. So I think Bill just does this. So he shakes his stagger. Oh wait, no, he'll get off the point. Well, I guess Black Cat can go to the point. So yeah, maybe that's okay. So he shakes the stagger. He moves medium. To be up here. He's gonna go right here, snag this senator. And that'll be it for Bill. All right, we have the Hand Ninjas and Daredevil. So the Hand Ninjas can only move once. They're worth a point, so they're gonna move just to the back of the board. They're gonna be lame. This is how it goes. All right, and then Daredevil is not within 2 of Lizard, so he's going to do his Baton Snare to advance short towards him. So 4 dice attack with a reroll. Wow, okay, pretty good. 3. Lizard defends with 4. 2 crits. Okay. Daredevil gets his reroll. Wow, full 4. So 4 down to 2, down by 1. Lizard only takes the 1 damage. But then Daredevil gets to advance short to be back on the point and within 2 of Lizard. And now he's gonna do the ninjas aren't there. Is it worth doing the spender? Probably not. He's just gonna do a coordinated strike. Save the power, maybe to steal priority or something. So 5 dice. Okay, not bad. 4 for Lizard. Oh wow, 3, 4 if he wants it, which he will do it. Okay, 5 though. All right, well, Lizard will take 1. So 2 damage to Lizard, 1 power for Daredevil, but he's holding this point over Lizard because he's healthy, so. All right, so Daredevil's team is activated out, and there's still Black Cat and Taskmaster here. And I just realized when Ulik dazed, he was supposed to drop his Senator. I don't think it would have changed anything, but he is gonna drop it here onto this point, which means that Black Cat can move over there and pick it up and be on the point. So she's gonna go down here. Snag this. I was wondering, I was like, where is this extra point? Like, what? All right, so Black Cat's gonna do that. Do nothing else. And Taskmaster is going to shake his stun and heal himself on the extremis. So 1 power for 1 damage. There we go. Just biding our time a little bit. So a little bit of a swing this round. Okay, so that is the round. Just in summary, MODOK, Dazed, Hood, and Ulik. Bill and Black Cat just played the Crisis. Taskmaster played the Crisis. Lizard tanked everything from Punisher and Daredevil. Bullseye did 1 damage to MODOK, but I mean, this is the turn MODOK needed, right? So let's count up the points. So MODOK's gonna be getting this point, this riot, so 2 riots, and then they hold 4 senators. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 points up to 13. So how many points does Daredevil get? So Daredevil has this home point with Bullseye, this side point, so 2, and then they have 2 senators, 1 on Daredevil, 1 on the ninjas. So they're gonna get 4. So it's 14 to 13. Wow, what a game. And we're going into round 4, so neck and neck here. Let's see what happens. All right, we're at the top of round 4. 14 to 13 in favor of Daredevil. Daredevil has priority. I forgot Punisher's punishment tokens. Hopefully it wouldn't have mattered, but he has them now when his allies were dazed. So I've been thinking about what he should do here. And if we look at the board, this side, Ulick and Hood no longer have senators, right? These 3 all have senators. Taskmaster is worth 2. And over here is basically 2 points because Daredevil has a senator and this point, right? And then back here is basically 2 points. And it's tough for anyone to get over there. So I think the correct thing to do here is try and KO Lizard to basically secure this, right? To like guarantee that you get this, because it's tough for anybody to get over here. So I think the best chance is Punisher hitting Lizard. So I think that's the play here. Yeah. So he's going to start with a hip fire. Rolling 4 dice physical. Oops, I just screwed everything up. All right, 4 dice into Lizard. Okay, not great. Lizard rolls 4. Okay. For 1, Punisher gets a reroll. Okay, 2. So he does 1 damage to Lizard. So Lizard is up to 3. He has 2 health remaining. Automatic rapid fire, which is relevant because he didn't roll any hits there, right? Like most characters would not get rapid fire, but Punisher does. So we're gonna do a second shot here. Okay, a crit. Ooh, 3, that's huge. Lizard. Oh, only blocking the 1. Punisher. Oh, he gets 4. Lizard only blocks 1. Reduces by 1, so he's taking 2. Oh, that's exactly enough because he's only 5 health. Oh, Punisher gets it with just the 1 rapid fire attack. So Lizard is KO'd. Ouch. Punisher putting in the work. Well, what does he do with his second action now? He has a range 5. I don't think he can see anyone or be in range. Maybe if he... Oh no, he doesn't have enough power. He has 3 power. So yeah, I guess he just comes and stands on this, just in case. All right, Punisher, you might have just won the game for Daredevil. We'll see. All right, we're in a tough spot with MODOK because there's basically 2 points over here, 2 back here. And all of our fast characters, well, all these characters, even Taskmaster can only move once. So like nobody's getting over here. Oh man, so that's 4 points. They'll at least go to 18. So we need to get at least 5 to tie, which maybe we could do because we've got 4 senators and currently 2 points. But Ulick is going to be a major problem. Hood is a problem. Oh man, what do we do here? Black Cat can try and stagger Ulick. Maybe that's the play. If she is able to... Oops, sorry about shaky cam. Oh yeah, she could stagger Ulick right here with Troublemaker. Yep, I mean, that's got to be what we do. Because staggering him is huge. All right, so she'll spend 2 power. Oh. To throw 6 dice into Ulick. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, crit. Okay, 4 for Ulick. 1. So this caps out at 1 damage, so Ulick will take 1 damage. Power, but importantly, he is staggered, which is the big deal, right? Did she roll a wild? No, so she misses her move trigger, which is a big deal. What does she do now? I guess maybe she just runs. Yeah, maybe she just long moves out of there. Yeah, actually, if she does something like this, and then can she place 2 onto this point? Looks like it. Yep, she's got just enough power to get over here. So, yep, classic Black Hat turn. Literally on 0 power, staggering somebody back to a point. So Taskmaster's free to do his thing. All right, man, this is close. All right, we're back over to Daredevil, and I've decided we're gonna activate Hood, because going with Ulick right now doesn't do a whole lot, and then he's susceptible to control. So I think Hood is gonna charge in and deal as much damage as he possibly can. So he's gonna spend 2 power to charge. He's on his possessed form. He's gonna charge. So he could hit MODOK, but then he pushes it to Bill. But that makes MODOK spend power, right? Yeah, I guess he just runs right up in here. I guess he will hit MODOK. MODOK is gonna force the attack over to Bill. With genius requires sacrifice. Yours to be precise. So now Bill is the target. So Hood has a 6 dice attack when he's possessed, which is pretty wild. He's gonna get 1 reroll. Wow, 2 crits. Whoops, rolled the wrong kind of dice. Yeah, that might get confusing. Hold on. So 1 hit and a blank. Okay, so this is Hood's roll. All right, now we have Bill. Ooh, blocks really well. Okay, so Hood has a reroll. Wow. So Hood has 5. Bill has 3. He can make it 4, which he probably will with the MODOK leadership. So he's going to go up to 4. So he's only taking 1. And he can even reduce that to 0, which I think he does. So he's going to reduce that to 0. Hood does nothing. Dang, that defense roll. All right, well, I think that means Hood does an Empowered Dark Lightning. So he's going to spend 4 power, roll an 8 dice Mystic, 4, 8 into Bill, because MODOK is insane against Mystic. So 8 dice into Bill. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the spender attack's not paying off. Bill only has 3 Mystic defense. Oh, he blanks. Okay. Hood gets a reroll. Oh man, if Hood had rolled better, he could have one-shot him. Okay. So those wilds do stuff. Choose a number of other enemy characters within 3 equal to the number of wilds. They each take 2. Oh, wow. Okay. So Bill's going to spend 1 to reduce by 1. So Bill's going to take 2. MODOK takes 2. Bill is shocked, and then Hood transforms back into normal mode. So let me mark all this up. Bill also gets a short move towards Hood, which I think he is going to do. So he's going to end up on the other side of him here. So he's going to go here. Just like that. All right, I've thought long and hard about what to do here. MODOK's team could pass, but I don't think they want to, because that just gives more control to Daredevil, right? It's like MODOK and Bill are both fairly low. They both have 2 health, but like they're only in danger of Bullseye and a staggered Ulik, and Brace is still up. So I think they're all right. And I think what we need to do is move Taskmaster to range 2 of MODOK to take hits for him. But first he's going to heal himself 1 on the extremis, and then he's going to move up here. And he might as well throw a shield at Hood. Like, there's no reason not to. I guess giving him power for next round, but he might as well. Okay, so Taskmaster gets 4 dice. Wow, okay. Okay, 5. If Hood blanks here, he's dead. And he couldn't do the count blanks thing. Okay, he blocks 1. So he lives on 1 health. Wow. See, Taskmaster would have gotten him if it wasn't for this skull, because he could have converted with the wild. So yeah, randomly deal 4 damage to Hood. Sweet. Oh, that does transform Hood, so I'll show you where he ends up. So that actually ricochets into Ulik. So we're going to do that next. Oh, that's where Hood transformed to. Just slowly making his way to this point. But yeah, we might as well shield throw into Ulik. He already has enough power to do everything he wants. So see if we can get some damage. 2. Ulik. Yeah, see, Ulik blanks. So Taskmaster can change this to a hit with the leadership. So Ulik will take 2. All right, we're back to Daredevil's turn. I think we need to go with Daredevil to get the ninjas out of here, because they're in danger of Bill, right? Like, Bill could potentially wipe them and swing a point. We could go with Ulik, but again, he has 4 health. He's not currently in range of MODOK, so like MODOK's going to have to move, attack him once, which seems, you know, decent enough. But if we don't move these ninjas, they could die. So we got to move the ninjas. So they're going to move to this corner further away. Like, maybe Bill can still get them, but it'll be tougher. So now we activate Daredevil, and I mean, he can only move once, right? So I guess he moves to the side of this pillar. And then let's see if he has range 4. Oh, yeah, he can attack MODOK. He can attack Bill. Oh, MODOK's going to push it to Taskmaster. So I guess we attack Bill. See if we can get a cheeky daze here. I didn't even realize this. I mean, it's only 4 dice, but better than nothing. Okay, when you get 2 crits, it's a good start. Okay, 3. Reroll still incoming. Let's see what Bill can do. Oh, Bill blanks? Is he in cover? I think he technically is, because it's a different building, right? Oh, man. So Daredevil rerolls one. Oh, wait, does this ignore cover? Yeah, this ignores cover. So, wait a second. 3? Bill can reduce by 1? He only has 2 health. Oh my god. Wow. I mean, I'm like freaking out here, but like that was so random. Um that might have cinched the game for Daredevil. So, Daredevil gets to move. Well, does he even move, honestly? He probably doesn't because he's in stealth and we don't want him to randomly die. So, wow, we daze Bill. I guess we put it... Do we have Bullseye get it or Ulick? Probably Ulick. Yeah, we'll put it back here. What is happening? This is a wild game. All right. Well, that's what happens, I guess. Yeah, I think Bill dazing there cost MODOK the game because he can't now go mess with Bullseye or that point. Oh, man, that was brutal. I mean, that's why you throw those random 4 dice attacks, right? Like, they're not meaningless. Like, we saw Taskmaster deal a couple damage. Like, it definitely matters. So how does MODOK get out of this? It's just him. And the other team still has Ulick and Bill. So I guess he could pass. Yeah, maybe he just passes. Yeah. I think he's got to pass. All right, we're over to Ulick and Bullseye. I was thinking about it. I think Ulick shakes his stagger, moves to here, and heals himself 1, which is really boring, but I think it's what you need to win the game. So now it's back over to MODOK, who I don't think he can get out of this. Right? I mean, he can move and attack Ulick, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, did Ulick move into his range now, actually? Uh-oh, I might have made a mistake with Ulick. Okay, well, let's just roll it out. So MODOK, he's going to do his Doomsday Arsenal energy. So he gets a crit. 2. Ulick is rolling 3. Blocks 1, 2 because of cover. MODOK. Does he even reroll? He probably just hopes it goes worse. So yeah, I guess we just do it again. Oh no, it's all falling apart. It's falling apart. Energy again. Okay, 3. Oh no. Okay, so 2, 3 because of cover. MODOK rerolls 2. Yeah. Alright, well, in that case, you know, Bullseye can just stand here. So that's going to wrap up the game. Let's do some points. All right, let's tally the points here. So Daredevil, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for Daredevil. He goes up to 19. What does MODOK get? So MODOK gets 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. So 4. So they go up to 17. So 19 to 17 win for Daredevil. What a game. I mean, seriously, what a game. Here, let me clean up and we'll do a post-game chat. Wow, what a game. That was I mean, that's kind of as close as it gets, right? I mean, 19-17. Really lucky play on the last turn by Daredevil. A lot of back and forth, some control going on, some damage, flubbed rolls, hot rolls. Yeah, I mean, you know, playing against yourself, I'm obviously the same skill level as myself. So it's an even match, right? And I feel like both teams I took, every character was relevant. Even like, Bullseye scored a point every turn of the game. That was 4 points that gave them the victory, Like MODOK's team didn't really have somebody like that. So, yeah, I mean, so many clutch moments. This is why I toss up between Daredevil and MODOK, right? I always talk about, like, who's the secondary leader. One of those two, Daredevil, MODOK, like, they're both great. They're both a lot of fun. A couple of things surprised me, like Hood's gang was insane. 2 rerolls. I mean, that was like perfect, right? Like, I'm Punisher, that's like 8 rerolls. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun. That took a very long time, but I mean, it was worth it, right? So, once again, I just want to ask you to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I really want to hit 500. That would be awesome. That's like my goal, right? And then if you really want to, you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee to financially support me, which would be fantastic because, I don't have all the newest stuff. Like I want to get Loki, Mephisto, Silver Sable, Abomination, and Wrecking Crew. They're all really fun in the Criminal Syndicate, right? Not to mention Apocalypse. So, yeah, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.